Hello everyone, my name is Erin and I will be talking to you about the music ontology. When you first go to the website musicontology.com, you're met with the standard homepage. It has some selections at the top, and the main three about halfway through are the Getting Started option, Learn More, and About. The music ontology itself is a resource for people who are wanting to make music-based websites or APIs, which are application programming interfaces based on or using music-based metadata. The About page, which is the third option but holds the most information about the music ontology itself, has a general overview of the concept as well as frequently asked questions. So the music ontology is a resource, like I said, for which has vocabulary for different metadata terms and records for music-based things. It is really helpful because it allows people who are looking to make these websites create this metadata while allowing it to be used and integrated with other resources. It helps narrow down search engine results, and it also helps create a music-centered schema. The music ontology itself uses RDF because it shows data as triples, which allows the subject, a predicate, and an object, which helps narrow down and make more precise data for whoever might be searching for it. It also employs the OWL, which creates, more specific vocabulary when describing the models in RDF. So the music ontology allows a wide range of information to be shared, from standard information such as title of the song or the artist, to how many times a certain song has been played, or even details about a specific gig from playlist to, a special drummer that came in. It also has other ontologies which have built off of it, such as the audio features ontology and the studio ontology. The music ontology itself has also built itself on 4 other ontologies. The main ones are the FOAF, which helps describe people or groups of people or organizations, the event ontology to describe specific events or times in those events or gigs, the timeline ontology, which helps describe various timeline related data, which also includes specifics from multiple timelines combining into one, and the Ferber ontology, which helps describe the works, expressions, manifestations, items, and their relationships. The About page on this website also offers outside resources, from their links to their wiki page, their mailing list should users have any questions, ask, or offer their own contributions. They also have a GitHub account, which also allows that same process. And there's also at the very bottom a large selection of papers that is based on music ontology and the topic, should people want to learn more about it. When you go back to the homepage and you select the Learn More, it brings you to the specifications of the music ontology. First, starting with just the basic information: when it was created, the last time it was updated, as well as the authors. This page itself is broken down into 4 parts with different links, which brings you down the page from the summary of items, the classes, the properties, and the individuals. Here is just a few screenshots of the specific terms. You'll see that it's broken down into summary, so it has artist, the class, and so forth, as well as the classes, the properties, and the individuals, and the terms you would use for those said individuals. And when you go to get started, or getting started, This is all about how to incorporate that into your website or your API, depending on which syntax you prefer to use. The information that, or the examples they have provided are in HTML, the JSON LD, or RDF/turtle. This getting started page is broken down into 6 parts, all of which, besides the URIs, offer examples of the syntax in working. So we have the URIs, we have namespaces, describing a track, describing a band, describing a performance, and describing a production workflow. In the URI section, it talks about how this is the first step and the most important step because it really requires the data to work best and be easiest to search in, as well as being able to be linked to other sources that might need to be used in your website or your API. It talks about fragment identifiers or hash URIs, and also offers a resource called Music Brains, which allows a user to find available URIs that are within a music-specific domain. Here we have some screenshots of the different bits of that getting started page, starting with namespaces, because to get all of this to work, you need to add your namespaces. They provide examples in HTML, in JSON, and in RDF in all of these. The next one is describing a track with just, the standard information. There's also the examples for describing band members, as well as describing band members while including information like timing and an instrument. And we also have describing a performance. On this page, there's a few more screenshots about describing the production workflow, and this one is a bit more detailed in the information layout. Here we have, again, HTML, JSON, and RDF. I think some of the more difficult parts with this specific ontology or metadata schema is trying to find URIs that are clear enough to bring the user or the person searching to the correct source that you want, whether it be having to identify between the Beatles or Paul McCartney or George Harrison separately or together, and linking them all. Finding the right syntax that works for whoever is making the website or the API, and being able to connect multiple sources together, as well as drilling down the music ontology schema to find the most helpful vocabulary, because while there was a few examples of their specific vocabulary, there's actually on this website, musicontology.com, there's a ton and a ton of vocabulary terms available to whoever is using it. I felt this was really interesting to learn. Before my bachelor's degree, I was a music major for 3.5 years, so this was really cool to learn. I hope you guys found it really interesting too. Thank you.